How's it going, everybody? We are at Mountain Motorsports in Lithia Springs, and today we're riding a ZX-10R 2014 edition. Oh, I am excited for this. So we've got the ZX-10 over here. Let's check out what the dash looks like when you turn it on. Can you hear that? Can you hear the little sound it makes? It's pretty freaking cool. Alrighty. So I've been wanting to ride one of these guys for a long time. I've always seen this little LED tack, and it's really exciting. Let's get these mirrors angled properly. So you've now seen the bike with all the little videos. I didn't like this bike at first, but the more I watch it, or the more I check it out, the more I watch videos on it. Wow, those things are a little hard to adjust, but I mean, they have to stand still. Bike, dude, these leader bikes these days impress the hell out of me. I'm not used to them feeling so light. Oh, I got a gear indicator. Wow, these mirrors are actually amazing. Holy shit. They're tiny, but they're amazing. Yeah, 2014 ZX-10. I don't know what this car's doing. We're gonna go. We're gonna go, because I don't know if I can trust him. I feel like my butt's far back in the seat. That's a thing to note. Yeah, my butt feels like it's farther back, and I'm up against the tank, but I feel like I don't know, it's not a bad thing. Just a slightly different body position than I'm used to. One thing I will say that I love about this bike already, because with most leader bikes it's becoming regular to have mode control. And most of the bikes, especially Gixxers, have mode control. Oh, that LED light's pretty freaking cool. But the one problem with a lot of the mode controls on the bikes, and if you watch a lot of my first rides, you'll see that you can't figure out how to change the mode. You know, it's like it gives the throttle like 2/3 pull, and like hope and pray, treat it like a person, and you know, hope and pray, and like tap this 3 times and it might turn, or it might change power. What I love about this is it's got different power modes along with different traction control modes. Those mirrors are absolutely phenomenal. Wow, it might be some of the best mirrors I've ever seen on a freaking sport bike. Yeah, these mirrors are definitely some of the best I've ever seen on a sport bike. That's amazing. So yeah, my butt feels like it's kind of tucked back a little bit. Oh, that's neutral. Okay, well that's awesome. Let's not be in neutral. Alright, what went over there? Let's get past these guys. So we're currently in low mode, which takes the motor down to about 60%. If for some reason you decided that it was a good idea to get this bike and you're new to riding, don't ride in anything but low mode. The bike does feel very comfortable though, and at low mode at about $4 grand in 3rd gear, it doesn't have that much pull. I mean, you can feel it. You can feel the pull of the bike. Oh, it's definitely up closer to the reins now. It has a little bit of pull, but not a lot. Like it's kind of eh. Now I assume the power mode, if I let go of the throttle and hold the power, please don't go. Okay, cool, you're awesome. So I'm gonna let go of the throttle, hold the power button. That's not the power button. That is the lights. I'm gonna hold the power button, and yeah, we're in full power mode now. So now we have the full engine. Let's not do that. Let's go to medium first, because that just makes sense. So what a gear are we in? We're still in 3rd gear. We're going about $4 grand. What way do we hit a straightaway? Because I'm on new tires. Alright, the middle, it gets a little more, and granted, you know, we're on actual residential roads. We got traffic. I'm not on a track. I'm not going to dog this thing out. but it does feel like it gives you a little more power. I would assume the middle range gives you about the 80% of the bike, with full being F on the monitor will be obviously full power 100%. I like the way this bike feels, man. Oh my good God. I like the way this bike feels. I like the way this bike looks. Let's go ahead and get on our little side road and see where we can go. Okay, all right. I'm very surprised at how this bike feels. Like, this is one of the more comfortable bikes I've ever ridden on. I'm digging the tack, and from what I hear, when you peak it out, like towards when you need to be shifting, your tack will start actually blinking. Granted, you probably don't need to be told that. If you're going that freaking fast, you are probably very well aware that you are hauling ass. It also has a little eco mode indicator, which basically is telling you, it's like, hey, you're on a liter bike and you're getting good miles per gallon. Oh man, the one time I'm driving on this road and a cop goes by. What's up, sir? I wasn't going fast just now, I promise. But yeah, guys, we've got the built-in Olin steering dampener, which is always a nice addition to a bike when you don't have to get a steering damper for yourself. This is one of the best examples of a bike that comes with everything that I think I would want. Like, it's already got mirrors that I like. For some reason I don't like mirrors on bikes, but on this bike I love the mirrors. They actually look like they fit the bike, and you saw that at the beginning of the bike, in the beginning part of the video. God, I can't talk. And we'll pull over in a second. You can check out, wow, this bike just, like, I barely tap it to lean over and the bike just falls over. Like, it really wants to do that. Granted, that's probably more of the tires, but the bike just feels really light, man. This bike feels as light, if not lighter, than a 600, which is what I'm more typically used to riding. It's much lighter than how an R1 feels. An R1 gets kind of light once you get going, but this bike is actually light in both regards. It's, you know, both going. But that's kind of unfair. I feel like the R1's kind of the fat kid of the group. The Honda doesn't feel bad at all. The Honda CBR 1000 feels very, very light. I would say this one feels on par with the Honda as far as like weight wise. And you don't feel like it's big either. It's got this like tapered in gas tank, so you don't get that mentality that you're on a heavy bike. I like the gear indicator, man. I like that a lot. Not needed, but just a little nice addition. Let's go over here where we normally go. Take a little gander at it to rev it up a little bit for you. Since that guy's in my normal spot, we'll go here. Crank her off for a second. Alrighty, so like I said, 2015 ZX-10R. This is your typical leader bike from Kawasaki. We've got the black model with the green accents, Kawasaki green, obviously. And I gotta say, man, the more I look at this bike, the more I like it. The more I like it, like a lot. Mirrors are fantastic. Looks like it's got built-in LED turn signals, or built-in turn signals. Just a really smooth looking bike. The tail, I'm normally not a fan of this cut-off tail, but you know, it's got this angular stuff going on. This needs to go away as always. Quick time. But it's a slick bike, man. It's a really slick bike. I'm gonna pull it over here so it's flat, and I'll rev it up for you guys so we can hear it. I'm gonna walk it over there because, you know, the whole not wanting to drop a bike that doesn't belong to you thing. It's normally in my best interest that this thing stays on top of its two wheels. All right. Yeah, can you hear that? It's pretty cool. I like the little sound. All right, let's pop her in neutral. Sounds awesome, man. I like the little tiny sounds you get. All right, this is stock exhaust as well, guys, and we are on a brand new bike, so we're not gonna be revving the shit out of it. But here we go. Sounds pretty cool. I am digging the sound. Granted, you get, you know, a new exhaust, and you are in business. Oh man, it looks so cool. I love this thing. Love this thing a lot. One other thing I've kind of heard about this bike is that the amount you have back here is stupidly minimal. Oh, it's like underneath this thing. Okay, that's a thing. Let's see how much space you got here. Holy shit. Alright, so if you get a ZX-10, 2015 ZX-10, you have no space back here. You got your tools and everything, but that's pretty much it, man. You are at a slight lack of space in that rear area. What do you guys think? Should we just, should we keep riding? I think we should, because this thing's pretty freaking awesome. Alright, the question is, can you turn it on in first with the clutch pulled in? Okay, you can. Perfect. Oh, you got the lap and the pass thing. Okay, so you got a little... Most Suzukis have this little yellow trigger up here. Lets you kind of flash your brights. We're in medium. Let's go full. Let's put traction control at 1. Alrighty. Man, these newer bikes, I gotta be careful with the word smooth, because, you know, the CBR 1000 video happened. I think I said the word smooth about 1,000 times, so I'm gonna try to minimize the amount I say smooth, but these bikes feel so much smoother these days. Oh my god. Alright, well, that's a thing. Yeah, when you have this thing in F mode, which is full power, you can feel it. You can feel the amount of pull it has, and it's impressive the difference between full power and medium, because in medium I didn't really feel that much difference with the power amount, but in full mode you know it is a known issue. Oh my good lord, man, that's fantastic. That has got some freaking pull. I like the little eco mode. They're like, hey, congratulations, you might be going the speed limit. I would really like to test this bike out like on a track or up in the mountains or something like that, because I feel like with this much power and this little of a package, you could really like tear some stuff up. Yeah, you can tell, like, even when I barely get back on the throttle, and we're talking like the smallest of increments, I still get like a little jolt back. I like this bike a lot. I like this bike way more than I should. The clutch has got to be pulled in quite a bit to engage, but I mean, that's not really a bike thing, that's more of a clutch thing. This bike's staying relatively cool too. Like, it's a little warmer today, and the bike is not having a problem staying in the 170s and 180s. And I'm going slow, so it's not having a ton of airflow, so it obviously is making really good use of all the air intake. We're gonna have to take this thing on the highway and see what it'll do. You guys always ask me to take the bikes on the highways on the first rides, and I typically don't do it because it's a little out of the way, but you know, I need to start doing that because these bikes are so phenomenal. And I want to see what this power delivery is. Yeah, I love the way this thing turns. I love the way this thing turns. Alrighty, let's get back on the road and enjoy ourselves. We're gonna go straight to the highway and then race a train. Just kidding, we're not doing any racing with this thing right now. This thing feels so light, man. It gives you that light feeling. Gosh. Yeah, one thing that I think visually makes you think a bike is bigger is your cockpit area. And this bike, while it does take up a lot of space, I don't know, it doesn't mentally make me feel like it's big. And I think that, in conjunction with how it feels, like going back and forth, it really gives you not that, like, it does make you feel like you're on this heavy bike. And I mean, it's not that heavy. So it's kind of misleading mentally, because you're on this bike, it doesn't look that big because it's very angular and cuts through the air, looking like, and you get on it, it doesn't feel very light, so you kind of like mentally think, oh, okay, well, it shouldn't be too fast then. And then you crank it a little bit and you just get thrown back in the seat, and you're like, oh, okay, it is a liter bike. It does have 998 cc's of like face ripping off power. This is an awesome bike, man. I'm really digging this a lot. It feels so comfortable when you go back and forth on it, like very comfortable. What's the tucked in position? Oh, I like the gas tank when I'm tucked in. I like that a lot. The gas tank kind of touches my chest where I want it to when I'm tucked in. Like right when I get into my position, I can kind of rest on it. The gas tank also has this really interesting, oh no, the bag, it finally made it out. The gas tank also has this very interesting design. It's got this like flat section up here. And mentally being a YouTube like video guy, I'm like, that'd be a perfect spot for like a GoPro suction cup or something like that. So if you wanted to record a track day with you on this bike, that would be an amazing shot. Granted, you're going to get in the way when you tuck in, but that's neither here nor there. I like this bike a lot, man. I like the way it looks. I like the way it feels. It doesn't feel like a liter bike, but it will rip through the gears like a liter bike does, though. I'm still really impressed with these mirrors too. And guys, keep in mind, these are reviews for street riders. I'm not reviewing this bike for the track or for anything else but the street and casual riding. Let's go, why not? Good Lordy mercy. Yeah, be careful when you get up on the revs on this thing, because yeah, look at that. We're now going like in the 50s, and the bike's now down to like 165. And it is not cold out today. Like we're in the high 70s and 80s, and this bike is cooling down like that. The airflow is fantastic. You can see in the front it's got that big opening So obviously that thing's doing really well, because this bike is staying extremely cool. That's awesome. Congratulations to you guys that have a ZX-10. If I didn't care about cops, I'd be all like, but I do care about cops, so I'm not. Opening this thing up all the way in full mode is just like, oh goodness, what have I got myself into? There needs to be a warning on this bike when you're in full mode and you open the throttle up all the way. There needs to be a warning of like, are you sure? You need to sign a waiver before you ride this thing. Because it will eat you alive. Yeah, you can, oh man, it pulls you back so much. I feel really comfortable on this bike. You know, being a super sport, I don't really expect to feel comfortable on it, but I don't know, man. The combination of tires and the bike just feels really good. I'm not used to having good mirrors on a sport bike. Most of the ones I ride, they don't work very well, and you have to do the chicken arm thing. I can see everything behind me though. It's very rare. Ooh, potholes. Engine braking's not too bad. I kind of expect the engine braking to be a little harder than that, but I mean, in light of smoothness. I like how I'm facing the sun now, and you get these like reflection rays off of the windscreen. I will say this windscreen jumps around a lot. Look at that. I don't know what the mentality behind that was, but I mean, whatever, man. Bike sounds cool, man. It sounds cool stock, so I can only imagine you put like a M4 or an Akrapovic on this thing, really bring the sound out. I feel like this is like a gear or something like that, because it's got like the graded things. I like the adjustable preload. This bike seems like it would be fantastic for the track, man. You got the steering dampener, you got the adjustable preload, you got 3 levels of traction control settings, along with being able to turn it off. And the bike looks amazing as well. I'm so happy to see bikes these days come with different power modes, especially the 600s, because people tend to go to the 600s for first bikes. And with the addition of power modes, it gives people that option of like, hey, I can start on a 600 and just keep it in a low power mode the whole time. Yeah, you get some throwback on when you have it in full, when you have the power mode set to full. So we're gonna get on the highway here. Please don't go. Thank you. We're gonna get on the highway here and give it a little pull. We're not gonna go very hard, but just to see what this thing looks like. Oh, hello, dirt. That's just beautiful. Thanks for that. We really appreciate it, us motorcyclists. So we're in first gear. We're getting on the highway. We're in full power mode. Full throttle. Oh my goodness. Okay. The bike has power. Good God, man. Second gear at 60, and it pulls like you're not even moving. A lot of traffic up here. We'll try to avoid most of that. All right, truck, you're gone. Woo-wee! Oh, man. A leader bike lives on a highway, man. It's got so much power to just do whatever with, and we're in full mode again. I'm gonna get off the highway and see what a pull on the highway looks like in low mode, which is the 60% power cut, because this full is just phenomenal. Like the amount of power it instantly has. Let's get up in 6th gear and see what it feels like. Let's see what a pull from 60. We're going 60 in 6th gear at 4 grand. Yeah, it's not there at all. It'll kick in at what? Yeah, at about 8. 8 grand in 6 gears when you actually start feeling the bike again. But this is what's beautiful about a leader bike. I'm on the highway. I'm going 80 or I'm going 70 miles an hour, which is a normal highway speed. And the bike, can you hear it? Barely, right? Exactly. It's like chilling. It's not killing your gas mileage, you know, at dang 9 grand or something like that just to go that. I think that's one of the things about a leader bike is you can chill on the highway and not go, like, not be killing your revs. So let's get off here. Let's get the bike down in low mode. That's medium. That's low. And let's see what the bike can pull onto the highway in low mode. Let's get past all this construction. Yeah, and low mode's smooth, man. Low mode's extremely smooth. Like the engine braking is relatively minimal, which can be a good and a bad thing. I prefer like pretty hard engine braking. Wow, it does not like neutral at all. I also don't like how tiny neutral is on the dash. Yeah, don't get it twisted, guys. If you have a ZX-10 and you're put it in low mode, you can still like get on it, but it's gonna be much toned down from that full. I gotta pull the clutch in all the way to get this thing in neutral. It's much more toned down. We gotta be careful over here. There's all types of construction going on. But yeah, we're gonna see how the bike pulls onto the highway in low mode, because, you know, if it's raining or something like that, low mode, perfect freaking mode to have. Alrighty, let's not get hit by the 7-Up truck. What are you doing? Oh my good God. That's a horrible choice. Alright, now that we got through that alive, it'll still go! That's low mode, man. That is freaking low mode. Even in low mode, you can still rip it up with this thing. But even in low mode, you put that thing at 7 grand and you open it. Or no, 4th gear, you can feel it toned down. Still, you can tell that engine is there, though. Oh, these mirrors are so amazing. Oh my goodness. Yeah, low mode's toned down, man, but you gotta keep in mind how much of a beast this thing is before you put it into low mode. 60% of a ton is a lot, if you know what I mean. Oh man, this is fantastic. Guys, we gotta head back to Mountain Motorsports of Lithia Springs. I unfortunately have to take this thing back. This has been awesome. This has been an absolutely awesome bike. And I hope at this point you guys know I'm honest about these bikes. If I don't like them, I tell you. But is this lane like open, or it is? Okay. Yeah, let's just be stupid a little bit. But yeah, you guys know I'm honest with these bikes. These aren't my bikes. I have no personal preference for bikes. I love them all. I'm kind of having a hard time figuring out a negative about this bike, man. I mean, I'm a pretty big fan. I personally like the tacks that are a needle. I feel like it gives it an authentic feel. But the LEDs are pretty legit. This is a stellar bike, dude. I'm really, really liking it. I guess we should just return it in low mode. Oh, hello, police officer. How are you doing today? I'm doing fantastic, and did not just do 100 down the highway. Granted, I could have done a lot faster. This is a stellar bike, guys. But, alas, it is not mine. So I do have to take it back to its original owner. We're going to head back to Lithia Springs, Mountain Motorsports location. Guys, if you want to check out Mountain Motorsports, information will be in the description. So guys, go check out Mountain Motorsports. Let them know I sent you. They have a Facebook page, a website. You can go check out everything. Links are in the description as always. And guys, if you like this video, make sure to like it. And guys, let me know what bike you want to see me on next with the hashtag C2WFR for first ride. We'll be on the screen right now. Let me know what bike you want me to ride, and hopefully me and Mountain Motorsports can get that hooked up for you. I appreciate you watching the video, and I'll see you on the next one. Hopefully there won't be a cop in that one. I gotta be honest, man, this is one of my most favorite bikes I've ridden. Of all the first rides, this is one of my favorites. Oh man, I gotta take you back. I don't wanna. We've had such a good time here today. Do you think they'd miss you? Do you think I might just like parked you a little ways from the shop and walked in and be like, the ZX-10 ran away, I don't know where it went, and then find you later in my garage? Can we do that? Can we set that up? I would love that. Don't tell my R6 I said that though. I don't want her getting pissed off. Oh man, guys, I'm Chaseontwowheels. You guys have been awesome. I'm out of here.